What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 7, I believe, of the Here's the Rubble podcast. We put out episodes every Wednesday. I think that's also true.
Yeah.
Where we talk about music and what we've been listening to. I'm Steve, and with me, as always, is RJ.
Hello, hello.
How you doing today, RJ?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Just kind of been relaxing since I got back from vacation.
Oh, yeah, right. How'd that go, man?
Oh, it was all right. You know, visited family mostly. Got to hang out with my mom on her birthday, which was
That's
pretty
awesome.
sweet. Glad to be home. You know,
Yeah.
feels good to get back in your own bed.
Oh, totally. I feel that. I saw your one tweet about what was it? Listening to "We Are the Union"
Oh,
in
yeah. In
hotel room really
Chicago.
loud.
Yeah. Yeah, I got trapped in Chicago for a night on my way there.
You want to talk about how that happened?
Pretty much. So on my way out of New York, my first flight got delayed. And I'm like, all right, well, this happens to me all the time. My layover will just also be delayed, and I'll have to go to my layover. Well, no. When we land, Delta is like, they say to us, yeah,
Oh, Delta. That explains it.
yeah, they're like, yeah, you're going to have to rush to your next gate, but if you missed your flight, talk to a Delta representative, and we'll give you a free room and, like, food credits or whatever. And I'm like, I was really mad the entire time because I wasn't trying to just be in Chicago for a night unexpectedly.
Oh man, I just thought of a really great reason to be in Chicago, but I'll talk about it after you finish your story.
But yeah, so pretty much get to the Chicago airport and I have to go get a room. And so I had to find the airport shuttle, which was difficult. Chicago airport is confusing. I don't know if I'm just dumb, but I'm used to my small
Both
airport.
can be true.
But yeah, pretty much I was mad, so I sat in my hotel room and drank a 6-pack and listened to We Are the Union all night.
Yeah, there you go. And yeah, in case in case you aren't following Here's the Rubble on Twitter, RJ tweeted out, if you're in a hotel in Chicago right now and hear We Are the Union blasting from the 7th floor, I'm not sorry. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Which
Also,
is pretty funny.
I believe it's at Here's to Rubble. There's no the.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. You're totally right. Yeah, it is just Here's to Rubble.
Yeah.
Which I think is also is that also the Instagram?
Yep. That's
Yeah,
also
there
the
you go.
Instagram. What
Yeah,
have you
no
been
duh.
listening to, Steve?
Okay, so I was just about to transition that into Chicago. There's this band that I really like out of Chicago. They're called Silverside. They just put out a new album actually today. I only just listened to it like right before we started recording. It's called Signal to the Air, and it's been like 3 years since they put something out. Like, yeah, in 2018 they put out the album Constant Wreckage, which was also really good. But yeah, I would say definitely check this out. They're like I think they just describe themselves as just rock, but they're fantastic. I've been a big fan of theirs since like 2014 or something. And oh no, 2014 I think. Their first album was out in 2013. It's funny. They like followed a friend of mine just on Instagram just randomly trying to get more followers. And this is one of the only times that that's ever happened where I think it actually worked because he was like, "Dude, these guys are awesome. You got to check them out." And then sure enough, I did, and I've been like a huge fan ever since. But yeah, the new album's really good. I'm not quite sure what I would recommend off of it yet because I think I need to listen to it a couple more times to like actually sink in and like process each individual song. I like to just listen to like an album as a whole the first time through, and then usually pick it apart a little bit more after that. But it was really good. I was actually really excited for it. I completely forgot it was coming out, which is funny because they've been like posting like a countdown on their Instagram like every day for like the last week or whatever, and they've been releasing singles to build hype. But it kind of just slipped my mind until today, and then I was like, "Oh crap, it's out!" And yeah, it's pretty killer. I'd say check that out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely give that. Give that a listen.
They're like
After this,
in my mind, they're like criminally underrated. They only have 152 monthly listeners, but they're fantastic, and they've been killing it since like I said, 2013.
nice, hell yeah.
What I've been listening to some other stuff too. I actually since the episode with George, which if you haven't checked that one out yet, check it out. It's a good one. I actually also listened to that first Arctic Monkeys album. I believe it's called whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not. I think that's what it's called. It's got a name like that. It's pretty
Yeah,
similar.
yep, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, pretty good actually. I was really was a fan. I've only listened to three albums of theirs now, counting this one. And those would be AM, the one that everyone's listened to, Tranquility Base, Hotel and Casino, and then this one. And yeah, I think George talked about it on the episode a little bit, but the difference between whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not, and Tranquility Base is like, it's insane how different they are. Like, it sounds like two completely different bands, but I
Right.
think this is more of my style, what I'm into, that earlier first album. So that one was really good. I've also just been listening to, I've talked about it before, I think, on here, Joy Departed by Sorority Noise.
Okay.
That's an album that's like, I've just been listening to it more and more, and it's really started sinking in lately. And man, it's really good. You should really check that out. It's like a really, really good pop punk album. Um, I'm not even, I don't even know. It's funny. I haven't listened to anything else by this band, but this album is fantastic. And then also, I've been listening to one of my all-time favorite albums, which, as I say that now, I realize that that actually is true. I kind of was just saying it, and then I'm like, no, it definitely is. The album Mr. Asylum by Highly Suspect, which is, again, their first album by a band where if you listen to their most recent thing, it doesn't sound that similar anymore. But this album is just like, oh, fantastic. It's one that I've kind of forgot about, but I've been listening to it again over the last like week or so, and it's like fantastic, dude. It's like dark blues rock, heavy rock, hard rock. I don't know,
Right.
but it's killer, dude. It's a great album.
Yeah,
If
I'll
you know the
definitely
song
check that out.
Lydia, it's off of that album.
Okay.
But yeah, what have you been listening to, man?
Um, I've been listening to a lot of ska, mostly.
Unsurprising. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We Are the Union's just been releasing a lot of music. I mean, they just released their album. They released singles leading up to it, and it's definitely reinvigorated my love for ska.
Yeah, as if it ever went away.
But yeah, I've just been listening to a ton of Big D and the Kids Table.
Yes. Yeah.
Amazing band.
I only know like a couple by them, but everything that I've heard by them, I've just been a huge fan
Yeah.
of. So, yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of Jeff Rosenstock, Bomb the Music Industry. Gage actually picked the intro
Again,
song.
unsurprising. Yeah, that was interesting.
I was kind of surprised, but
I didn't know you was a Jeff
pleasantly
fan.
surprised. So I've been listening to a lot of stuff like that. The new We Are the Union record came out Friday, and I've listened to that quite a few times already. Like,
What's
while
that one
just
called?
sitting here. Ordinary Life.
Ordinary Life. Okay, yeah, I'll have to check it out.
But yeah, pretty much like for the past 2 weeks, I've listened to 3 albums, and that's Ordinary Life, We Are the Union. Or I actually also listened to Nowhere Generation, Rise Against. Great
Yep,
new
yeah, of
record
course.
that just came out. But other than We Are the Union and Rise Against, I've listened to The Blood Behind the Dam, We the Heathens album a bunch of times,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
every single day.
That's why you were texting me about that. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
And I've been
RJ
listening
was
to
like, "Did you listen to this yet? Like I told you about it, but did you check it out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I checked it out. It was pretty good."
And then I've been listening to How It Goes album from Big D and the Kids Table. But yeah, it's pretty much just been those albums on repeat for the past 2 weeks.
Solid, man.
Yeah.
And Twin Fantasy, right? Because you did say you checked that
I
out.
did listen to that.
since
I gave it
George.
a listen through. I have not gotten back to my follow up listen throughs, but I
Right,
definitely enjoyed
yeah.
it. I was a fan. It was
Yeah, I
wicked
think
good.
that's really good. Yeah, but it's just like you said, like or that I even said earlier. Sometimes you really need to actually listen to it multiple times to like have it sink in,
Right.
and not just be something that's kind of just on in the background. But yeah, I think Twin Fantasy is definitely worth a few more listens through.
Yeah.
That was one for me that I think I even said it on the episode with George. I listened to it like once at like in this day where I listened to like 10 other albums like as I was just driving the tractor all day. So I kind of just listened to it and I was like, this is good, and then I forgot about it. But yeah, it's definitely worth a more in-depth listen, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm excited to do the same with Signal to the Air when I have time here. I think there's like 14 or 15 tracks on that album.
Wow.
Like, yeah, which is kind of crazy. After like 3 years of no Silver Side, I feel a little bit like overwhelmed, honestly. but in a good way, obviously.
Yeah. Also, real quick, I don't think we mentioned it, but we don't have a guest this week.
Oh yeah, no, we don't. Yeah.
If you've been anxiously waiting for us to introduce our guest,
Is there a third voice that's gonna come out? Like,
no,
that's
no,
it.
not happening.
Get over it. Sorry.
No specific reason, just just got back from vacation, was a little busy, didn't get the chance to message anyone, see if they want to come on. But
Yeah,
if you make
and
music,
we just had.
if you
Oh, yeah,
make
there you go.
music and you'd like to come on the podcast, you can message our Instagram or Twitter
At Here's to Rubble.
at Here's to Rubble on both. Yeah, and there's like no requirements for talking on our podcast. We'll talk to anyone. If you want to come
Yeah.
on the podcast, just message us.
I mean, the whole reason that RJ started this thing was because he wanted to talk to different people about music.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, that's kind of just the goal of the podcast, is
Yeah.
just listening to as much new music and talking to as many people from different places about music.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty cool, honestly. I think so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
But Steve is just here because he wants to become a millionaire.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, I don't actually, I don't care about I actually don't even like music. I think music is for idiots.
Yeah, that's true. He said that
yeah.
right before we started
I've
recording, actually.
I've said it multiple times, and every time I mean it.
Yeah, one time I was just sitting in my house, and this is a crazy story because Steve lives in Canada. I live in New York. And I was just sitting in my house listening to music, and Steve kicked my front door in. I kicked my desk a little for effect.
Yeah.
He kicked our front door in and turned off the music and said, "If you ever listen to music again, I'm going to hit you."
Yeah, and then I
And-
said, I'm going to kill your family if you
Yeah.
don't get rid of all of your records right now.
It's true. It happened.
Yep, I can confirm.
And then he
actually.
didn't, so I did. Yeah.
Hey, Gage, what have you been listening to?
Bus driver.
Oh, yeah. Actually, this could be kind of interesting. Steve, you know about Bus Driver?
I don't think I do know about Bus Driver.
He's a rapper. I feel like Gage probably knows more about him in general, but he's a rapper that speaks gibberish. And
Excuse me?
pretty much how what I gathered was the entire time I was gone for a week and a couple days, Gage was sitting here re-listening to a few Bus Driver songs, trying to decipher what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
So yeah, Gage, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Also, do
ahead.
people know who Gage is? Should we
I'm the
introduce him a little bit?
producer.
Because yeah,
Gage is the reason this podcast happens.
he's the one who does all of the work. Yeah,
I'm
straight
too
up.
dumb to learn how to edit. I'm too dumb to know how to upload a YouTube video. So
Same.
Gage is
Except also lazy.
yeah, Gage is pretty much in charge of making it happen. I'm just the one who likes music.
Yeah, Gage doesn't like music though.
Yeah, Gage hates music.
Yep, I also
Just
I
like
do.
me, yeah.
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 You know. Oh yeah,
yeah,
pretty
sorry,
much.
go
When
ahead,
I
Dave.
said Steve kicked the door in, what I meant is Gage opened it for him.
Yeah.
He was like, please
We
assault
colluded.
RJ for music.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead. So tell us about Bus Driver.
I don't know. Basically, he raps really fast. He does it in like this weird style. It's like offbeat, kind of like like trying to like figure. I don't really know the words. The like his flow is like kind of like it's like a 3/4 beat almost.
3-4.
Yeah,
Okay.
where like it's not like most songs. It's like it's just weird, and like he goes through like he'll like go kind of slow for like a second, and then he'll really speed up. But he can do that with like specific parts of words. It's just really cool.
I feel like I need to hear this to fully understand it because right now that just sounds like
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it. The dude's hella talented.
okay. I'll have to check some out after the cast, I guess. Just because like I don't know the way you're describing it to me. It just sounds like wow, that sounds terrible. But
Yeah,
you
it's pretty good. Imaginary Places was in it's one of his songs. It was in like Tony Hawk.
you know,
Post
actually,
Grade
I
2
just
or
noticed that
something.
because I just looked up Bus Driver and on Spotify it says like playlists. What is it? It says appeared on and then discovered on. One of them is a playlist that just says non-meme bops, which I don't know what that means, and then another one just says Tony Hawk's Underground.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, thug.
Which also Tony Hawk's Underground, fucking
Oh.
amazing soundtrack. Probably
Fantastic
one of the
game,
best of
fantastic
all
soundtrack.
time.
Yeah, I think that's one of the few, because I had a PS2. That was PS2, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I had a PS2, but I only played like 4 different games on it, like Need for Speed Undercover, that one, and like some weird ATV game that was like
Oh, was that
off-brand.
MX versus ATV?
No,
I
it
was
wasn't.
just gonna say that one, Steve. That's the one I was gonna say because I loved that game as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. It was
I
like
had it for Game
off-brand.
Boy and it was terrible.
Not the game you guys are talking about, the one I had, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I didn't have very many PS2 games, but that was one of them.
I feel like Tony Hawk, like those games, the soundtracks are what got a lot of people into punk.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Like
100%.
for me. Like I would go over to my buddy Julian's place and we would just we'd play Tony Hawk and then the music we'd be listening to would be like, man, this is the coolest thing in the world. And it made me want to learn to skateboard, and I still haven't really. I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, another skate game. The first game called Skate.
Skate, yeah.
It had Dead Prez's Hip Hop on the soundtrack.
Oh, no kidding.
And that's one of my favorite rap songs. Like probably top 5 rap songs of all time for me.
Yeah.
And I remember because the first time I heard the song, I was like, my dad was driving me somewhere or something because he's always been a big rap fan. But I don't know. It's like when you hear your parents listen to music, it's not as cool. But then when you
No, of
hear it
course
in a
not.
skateboarding video game, it's like, this is the coolest song ever.
It's rad.
Yeah. But yeah, like that song, like, I don't know, skateboarding video games have such good soundtracks. Like they pick really good music.
Totally.
I'm pretty sure the first Skate also had Express Yourself by NWA.
Oh, dude, probably.
It had, I want to say, a Bad Brain song. I can't remember which one though.
Probably banned in DC or something, eh?
It might have been Eye Against Eye even.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, yeah. Actually, this is something I kind of talked to Jalen about briefly before we recorded the Rubble Radar. But
Speaking of which, Rubble Radar, go check that out on
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, we release it like every other Friday. We're also planning on doing like a possibly Monday show. Where
Right, yeah.
where we just go over our Discover Weekly playlist on Spotify. You know, just go over new music to discover and stuff. But we might also do that one bi-weekly. But we also might change Rubble Radar to being weekly.
Yeah, if there's enough music. I mean,
Yeah, and you know, maybe even just some weeks. Sometimes we'll do it weekly if a bunch of music's getting released. So we'll probably have a similar formula for
Similar?
Shut up.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll probably have pretty much the same formula for
The Monday.
the Monday episode. Yeah, we don't really know what we'll call it yet. But
We'll figure that out. That's an off mic conversation.
yeah, that's just on the docket as far as other new content coming.
Yeah,
But
so you're saying you talked about this with Jalen? a
yeah,
little bit?
so I talked to Jalen about like movie and video game soundtracks.
Oh, I know where
And-
this is going, yeah.
I don't like them.
Wait, I didn't know where this was going.
yeah, you didn't. I don't like most soundtracks, but only
what
like,
does that mean?
So I like when like a movie or video game goes out and finds music to license into their thing. But
Yeah, okay.
I feel like generally to me, like music that was specifically made for blank. Let's say music that was specifically made for
You're
a movie, like Baby Driver, for example. If the entire Baby
What?
Driver soundtrack, you never heard of that movie?
No, oh sorry. I get what you're saying. You're saying if it was
If
original
with
music,
Baby
it'd be way
Drake-
worse.
If with Baby Driver, like every song was a song written for the soundtrack, I feel like it's not as good because
Yeah.
with examples like that, it's essentially, hey, we're gonna give you some money, make us some music, and I feel like money is a really bad motivator for making music.
No, of course for like art and stuff like that, but I would counterpoint with what about musical score? You don't like score?
I feel like that's different.
Okay,
I
okay,
feel
oh,
like
then
scores
okay,
are
then we're on the
different.
same page.
Like
Okay,
Star
same
Wars,
page
for
then.
example, and also
Yeah.
like I still usually like I'm not gonna be like walking to the store because I don't
Mm-hmm.
drive. I'm not gonna walk to the store and
And
listen
listen to
to
John
like
Williams. Yeah.
right, yeah, because one like that music is so immersive for the thing you're watching, but it's not
Yeah.
immersive to real life. Whereas a lot of music I listen to is really immersive. Like I can put in my
Fair.
headphones,
Yeah.
sit on the couch, and be like, I feel like I'm in this song.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. I would love to. Maybe this will be a future episode. I want to prove you wrong. I want to find some movies that have great original music. I can think of one off the top of my head. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I love the songs that were written for Sex Bomb in that movie.
Right.
Like Garbage Truck, We Are Sex Bomb, Threshold. Like those are great songs. Like it was one of those things where I kind of wished that they weren't written for the movie because I was like, I want to hear full versions of these, but a lot of them or a few of them it was like, nah, it's just like a minute and a half. That's the whole song.
And I
Man,
also
there's got to be other examples. What about video games though? Like you're telling me video game soundtracks like you're against like
listen.
like level music?
Listen. One,
Ugh.
I'm not saying that the music made is bad or like the people are
No,
untalented.
yeah, you're just not listening to it in your spare time. is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
like I
Okay.
love playing. Like for example, I am a big fan of the game Destiny. I'm a big fan of the game Skyrim. I'm a big fan of lots of games. And
I mean, those are both games that I enjoy, but like that's embarrassing for you to admit that you're a big fan of Destiny.
first of all, I come on here every week and admit that I like folk punk. I'm not worried
That's
about
true,
admitting
yeah.
that I like Destiny and Skyrim. All right.
That's fair. That's fair.
And like I love their soundtracks while I'm playing the game,
Mm-hmm.
but and I still think it's good when I'm not playing the game. But it's like I'm not gonna listen to that just sitting on my couch.
Okay. You, you're the type of person in high school I would have been very upset at. I once got in an argument with one of my friends because we were talking about games that have the best soundtracks, and I was like, Sonic the Hedgehog is great original music. Don't laugh. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? You gonna
Just
tell me that I'm
Sonic.
wrong? Come on.
Just Sonic
Come on.
is such a wild first choice.
It's the first thing that came to mind, man. Sonic 2.
Yeah, it's
great music.
wild.
That's not that wild. All right, whatever. What's another example? Legend of Zelda has great music. So do Mario games. Honestly, like all these, like even like Nintendo games, kid games, whatever. Persona 5. I hate to be that guy, but Persona 5 has great music. Stuff that I would listen to when I'm not even playing the game. Like that's how good it is.
And I'll also put it like
and
this:
then-
when you're
okay.
done, when you're done, go.
Okay, yeah. But then like I was bringing up all these examples, and then my friend was like, "Those soundtracks are terrible." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You know what has a good soundtrack? GTA." And I'm like,
Oh,
"Well,
God.
yeah, they're just actual songs."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, that's way better." And he's like, "Rock Band has a better soundtrack." I'm like, "It would be bad if it didn't." Like,
Yeah,
that's not what we're talking about. It's not OST, like original music. Like, it'd be ridiculous if you're like playing Rock Band and it's like, yeah, this doesn't have any good songs on it. Like, that's the point.
first Rock
Anyway.
Band definitely had some good songs on it. Good songs though. Like that first Rock Band game had some killer
I'm not going to dispute
tunes.
that.
I'm
Come
pretty
on.
sure they had "In Bloom" by Nirvana. All right.
Probably. Great song.
But yeah,
but-
and pretty much how I feel about it is essentially like I'm definitely not saying they're bad. It's just not something I like listen to in my day to day. I think that
That's fair.
like soundtracks, I feel like that's probably harder to make than just making your own song, making a song that,
Oh, totally.
especially with scores, making a song that fits with what's happening in the game right now.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
It's just not something I like listen to outside of that thing because I feel like it is best when it's with that thing.
Here's
with that
a
movie
question
or
I
game.
have for you. I think it's important. There are certain games where if I'm playing the game, I'll just be listening to music at the same time, or I'll be like watching something. I'll be listening to a podcast. And there are other games where I will put my headphones on and I will listen to the music while I'm playing because that makes it so much better.
Yeah.
Are you one of those people who will always just listen to music instead, or like, are there specific games you're like, okay, no, I need to listen to the music for this?
Yeah, I don't know if I've got like undiagnosed ADHD or something, but it's really
Probably.
hard for me to start playing a game and focus on that game, especially if it's story driven. So pretty much what'll happen to me is like recently I started playing Mass Effect because the
Oh yeah,
remaster came
yeah,
out.
yeah.
And Gage has really been bugging me to like play them, like consistently, just nonstop harassing me.
Yep.
But and at first I was like playing and I'd have music on also in my headphones, and I'd just have it kind of low so I could still hear the music. But
Yeah.
once I get into the story of a game, it is just I will not play anything else in the background. But if I'm playing like something that's multiplayer, like and you can
Yeah,
ask
that's
Gage this, like if I'm playing like and I try not to.
Apex or something.
Yeah, Apex, that's such a better choice. I was going to say Call of Duty. But yeah, if I'm playing something like those, like, and Gage can probably attest to this, a lot of times I don't have game volume on. I just only listen to music or a podcast. I just don't turn game volume on.
That's too far in the opposite direction, I think. Like,
And for me, it's usually just like, another thing is a lot of times when I play video games, I'm usually like in Discord talking to people.
yeah.
And
fair.
I've got like at most a 2-track mind as far or 2-track ears. Like I can listen to my friends and music, or I can listen to my friends in a video game.
Yeah, but you can't do
I
three.
can't do all three at once.
That's fair.
Um,
Yeah, there's only like a few games that I would just play and not listen to at all. I'd say for that it'd be like Skyrim, like games where you just like you're turning your brain off and you're playing them because it's fun. Like I'd just be
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm gonna just clean out like 5 dungeons today because I have nothing better to do.
yeah, I've played
And I would
Skyrim
just check
like
out some albums and stuff like that.
I've played Skyrim like 500,000 times. I've played Skyrim
Yeah, exactly.
more than people have listened to BTS. So when I play Skyrim, I just go completely volume off, listening to music or a podcast or something.
Here's my old man take. Here we go. Have you ever listened to BTS? I don't think I've heard anything by them ever.
Oh my god, bro, me and Gage were talking about this today. Now listen, I'm not going to say anything bad about K-pop or K-pop bands because I don't want to get lacerated. I know better
Yeah,
than
BTS
that.
stands are vicious.
And I genuinely have absolutely no problem with any of that K-pop stuff.
No, I mean,
And I've got no problem with the boys behind BTS themselves or any K-pop band or the girls behind them, anyone.
there's a lot of disclaimers.
Yeah, I don't want people to think I'm hating on K-pop for the music. I think the music is fine. I've never really extensively listened to it. It's not something I would really listen to. It's not my
Yeah.
my cup of tea. But I feel like in general, it's a little bit over
Produced.
and over
Yeah.
like corporatized, and I feel like
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
no band is this good. The Beatles weren't as good as they were to get their international acclaim. No band is this good.
Wait, really?
No band is this good except Mischief
Wow.
Brew.
All right, yeah. Okay. I was really I was expecting a way worse answer than what you said with all of those disclaimers. Yeah, I don't know. For me, I've never heard anything. Apparently, they got a meal at McDonald's now, which I
I
don't
tried
like
the new
either.
sauces. See, this is the issue with all. Because
No,
me and
sorry,
Gage were also
I
talking
haven't
about
tried
this.
the meal. I just don't like that it is
Yeah.
a thing. Anyway, continue.
This is also something me and Gage were talking about. Completely besides music, is all these fast food places are starting to do these like limited time meals where it's just
Krabby
the same
Patties.
shit. It's just the same thing they already had, but this guy likes it. Like with
Yeah,
the
literally.
Travis Scott meal, it's like, yeah, but
Yeah.
he likes Sprite.
Yep. Yeah, like everyone's been eating like burgers like that. There was nothing new about it, right? It was like, here's a burger with bacon and barbecue sauce, and then have a Sprite with it.
Like that being
Wow.
said,
Groundbreaking.
the sweet and spicy Asian sauce that they released, pretty good.
Is that
I
what they're
think
calling it? Asian sauce?
I don't think that's what they called it, but it's supposed to be like
Fair
a sweet and spicy like
Yeah.
knockoff
Is it
of their
Szechuan
sweet
or
and sour.
something?
No, it's like
Oh, yeah,
ever
well.
you ever had the like purple Doritos?
Oh, like sweet chili.
Yeah, it's I think that's what it's called, sweet chili.
Okay. All right.
But yeah,
Oh man, I totally forgot what I was gonna say about BTS and K-pop in general. Here's what it is. People are always like, why don't you like K-pop? It's just pop, but like to the highest quality.
It's just pop
And
from a different country.
yeah,
I
and
don't
then
listen to
the
Katy
answer to that
Perry
is
either.
that exactly the answer to that is I just don't listen to pop in general.
Right.
Like I have nothing against K-pop. I'm not gonna be like, oh, why would you
Right.
listen to this garbage? But I'm just like, yeah, well, I don't listen to regular pop, so why would I listen to
Right.
K-pop?
And like that's also the thing. Like I love Korean punk and Japanese punk.
Yeah.
Because I also have never listened to J-pop.
I was about to say that. Me neither. Well, actually, that's not even true. There. Oh man, maybe I should have played that today. There was this. I found this just randomly on YouTube. Tell your story. I got to figure out what the song is called and who's it by. But I listened to this one J-pop song that just came up randomly, and I was like, "This is amazing," and I think I'm going to cry.
But yeah, just like in general, like I've loved Korean and Japanese punk bands, and I don't know if now we're getting to the point where we would call that like J-punk and K-punk. Because to me, it's just punk from that country.
I don't know. It's interesting, right? Like, I mean, sorry, continue.
And Jeff Rosenstock was on that Bruce Lee band record where he sang in Korean, and I thought that was really cool, like K-ska.
Yeah, but is that K-ska or is that
I
just
don't
ska
know.
that's in Korean?
Right. I don't know if there's like really a genuine difference between...
Yeah. What are the rules?
Right, like what's the difference between like an American pop boy band and BTS? Like other than the music itself and they're from different countries, like to me it's just all still pop.
Yeah, no, totally. Okay, I found the song that I was talking about. It just randomly got like recommended to me by YouTube, and I was like, I guess I'll listen to it, whatever. It's got like a pretty good bass line, but it's called "Plastic Love" by I'm probably gonna pronounce this wrong. Maria Takeuchi.
Okay.
That's probably not it, but it's really good. I would say check that out. But the thing that I listened to it, and then I saw a meme where somebody had listened to the exact same song and they screenshotted a comment on it. I'm gonna read it out just because
Right.
I don't know, man. It affected me. So it says, I remember growing up in Japan when I was 10. I had just stepped out of a bookstore, and a pretty girl the same age shyly held out her hand to me and asked if I wanted to walk around with her. This song was playing on the radio where we stopped to have ramen together. She never gave me her name, but told me a day to always meet her and hold hands and walk or picnic. I finally got her name a few months later. Mitsuki. We became close friends, but my parents took a job to America when we were 13, so I had to leave her. Both of us in tears and snot. I would send her letters and she would send letters back. At 22, she suddenly stopped mailing me. I thought she was gone. 5 months later, she was at my door in America, with her hand out to me when I opened the door. We're married in our 40s now, and we've taken walks through multiple cities together across the world, and we always stop someplace that has noodles and play this song on our phone. Thank you, Maria. Your love may be plastic, but mine is beautiful thanks to this song. If you see a middle-aged couple with or without their kids with them, holding hands and acting like teenagers, or even young kids in Tokyo browsing the shops, it's us. Like, damn, dude.
That's so fucking wholesome. That's
I know.
awesome, bro. Yeah, that's,
I saw
that's
that and I
dope.
was listening to the song and I was just like, "Aw,
Yeah, that's awesome.
beautiful, man."
And more proof that just like music is one of the biggest connectors, bro.
Dude,
Like,
exactly.
I'll think of random memories from like where I can barely remember the details of what happened from when I was like 5 years old, but I will vividly
remember what song was
what
playing.
music was playing.
Yeah, I have that too sometimes where I'll hear a song and I'll remember exactly where I was the first time that I heard that song.
But I was gonna say we could listen to the first song we chose. I
Right,
chose.
yeah, we got like violently off topic. But
yeah, so I chose LAX by Big D and the Kids Table.
love this song.
Such a good song. Which, yeah, I guess I just kind of chose something that everyone likes. If you don't like this song, I mean,
Get out.
yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, you got anything to say about it before we start, Steve?
I'll wait until after it's over, probably.
All right, let's give it a listen.
Sick.
Hey, you leaders from LA, Los Angeles, California. You know who you are. You drive in fancy cars. Your allowance exceeds my rent. Well, listen to what I have to you dressed up fucking rats. You get anything you want. Mommy's jobless fucking runs. You're fucking lounging in daddy's fucking mansion. And all your fucking stupid names. Blair and Tavis, that's fucking lame. ZAC does not spell Zach. What the fuck is with all that? And you think you're so fucking impressive. You get your name on the fucking guest list. Raise your nose to the people in line. Give the doorman a fucking high five. Shoes match my shirt. Does my shirt clash with my pants? Do my pants match my eyes? Do my eyes look good tonight? Will this place be cool enough? Your hair looks so tough. This looks so good for us. Tonight my money's gonna buy me love. Do my shoes match my shirt? Does my shirt clash with my pants? Do my pants match my eyes? Do my eyes look good tonight? Will this place be cool enough? Your hair looks so tough. This looks so good for us. Tonight my money's gonna buy me love. And fuck all of your deceiving. What's your fake heart, fake fucking bleeding? And all the girls you lay to your mat. All the same fucking girls you fucking laugh at. And fucking fake ass world. And all your headed out fucking thrills. Some of us, we have to work hard just to get our little part. And maybe your glamour's not in Boston, but my friends are fucking awesome. And we'll keep on doing our best, even though our lives are a mess. Without my job, where's the rent? Should we all just call it quits? The dinner date sure costs a lot. When 28 bucks is all you got, and your life is at a stop, and all your dreams are else self-taught. Will this check support this tour? Will this tour lose my job? Without my job, where's the rent? Should we all just call it quits? The dinner date sure costs a lot. When 28 bucks is all you got, and your life is at a stop, and all your dreams are else self-taught. Will this check support this tour? Will this tour lose my job? Without my job, where's the rent? Should we all just call it quits? The dinner date sure costs a lot. When 28 bucks is all you got, and your life is at a stop, and all your dreams are else self-taught. And this is the difference between our lives. No wonder tonight you feel alright. And I'm sorry if my mind is occupied. I'm trying to forget to wonder why. This is the difference between our lives. No wonder tonight you feel alright. And I'm sorry if my mind is occupied. I'm trying to forget to wonder why. We're built up from nothing. I'm trying to forget to wonder why. We're built up from nothing. I'm trying to forget to wonder why. We're built up from nothing. I'm trying to forget to wonder why. We're built up from nothing. I'm trying to forget to wonder why.
Yeah, man, I love that song.
Such a good song, bro. Like every lyric just hits perfectly.
Right? Yeah, man. Yeah, especially like I don't know, for some reason the one line that always sticks out to me is ZAC does not spell Zach. What the fuck is with all that?
What's funny is, and obviously all fun and games, Zach from Your Disorder, I believe spells it ZAC.
And
I got another I've got another buddy who spells it like that. All love. But yeah, I don't know. That's just such a good song, and
Dude, totally.
just every lyric just hits so perfectly. I love the line, "Your clan might not be from Boston, but my friends are fucking awesome." I feel like that's a perfect lyric. That's spot
I really
on.
love like the part like, will his check support this tour? Will
Yep,
this
that's
tour
what I
lose
was gonna
my
talk
job?
about
Without
next.
my job, where's the rent? Should we all just call it quits? My favorite line, and I think about this every single time well, I would say every time I go out on a date, but it doesn't happen very often. Uh, but a dinner date sure costs a lot when
when
$28 is all you've got.
Yeah.
I think about that constantly.
And you know, once again, all love to all of my LA punk friends and just, you know, Cali punk bands in general. A lot of them are great. But it is a lot harder to be a successful band pretty much anywhere else other than California.
Oh, well, I mean, absolutely. Like, although it's definitely just as hard to be successful there, but like at least like in like cities where there's no scene and stuff like that, especially like $28 is all you got. A lot of the time,
exactly.
right?
And yeah, I don't know. I just think it's just a great song. And yeah, I can't stop saying it. Just every single lyric is so spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the song that got me into. It's the song that got me into Big D.
Yeah.
And the Kids Table.
That's funny. I always thought you were a big fan of Big D.
Yeah, you know, like there was like a little phase when I was young where I was a big fan of Big D, but you know, but then I had to rediscover Big D to really remember how dope Big D really is.
Yeah, to feel the impact of Big D.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Big D really does just have that impact. Like I feel like Big D really just impacts everyone.
And like when you're listening to it, you can really just feel Big D inside of you.
I was just gonna say, like, anytime, especially that song, like, anytime I'm hearing it, I'm like, wow, I really feel Big D inside of me right now. I feel like I'm Big D.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How many more of those jokes do we have left?
we could keep going. We could keep going.
I was gonna say I got like 3 right now, but I don't know if I want to keep doing it.
But yeah, amazing song.
Oh, totally.
What's your favorite?
It's kind of making me like rethink my pick for the song, because I had another one kind of the same vibe,
right?
Actually, off of that Sorority Noise album. I won't play it, but listen to like Arts. I think it's Art School Wannabe is what it's called, off of that album, Joy Departed by Sorority Noise. And I think those 2 songs were the ones I would listen to like pretty much every day when I went to like class in McEwen, just because I was like, yeah, this is the vibe for today.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
And they're just like another song about being like a broke like artist, and how much it like, how it's, you know, it's cool, but it like sucks kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah.
And just, yeah, I mean, you mentioned it, but just that whole, like, when they switch up to, like, will this tour lose my job and everything, in that verse, it's just like, I don't think I can name a musician that I don't personally know who doesn't have that exact same thought process when it's time to start playing music again.
100%.
And,
like,
yeah, that's why you should support your local artists.
Dude, please.
Buy merch, buy records, don't just stream music.
Yeah, exactly. Because streaming, it's great. We all love it. We can hear any musicians we want to now. But the problem is, like, so little money actually goes to musicians when you stream. Everyone knows this. I know that. But yeah, even if you don't buy merch, even if you're not buying CDs, Bandcamp, that's a great way to pay musicians for their money. A lot of bands will just be like, hey, you can pay as much as you want. Just pay something for this and you can have it.
Right. If you listen to a record on Spotify and decide, I really like this record, and you keep listening to it a lot, you should go on Bandcamp and give them some money, or order the vinyl. It's $20.
Totally.
You'll really love being able to have, even if you don't have a record
or
player.
CDs if you're like me and you don't have a record player.
Like, I don't even have a working record player right now. I don't even have a working record player right now, but I'll still buy records just because I like to know that this money went to this artist, and I get something to like show. Like, yeah, this is one of my favorite records. I get to like display it somewhere.
records are so cool.
I love
if
records.
if I had A, the space for a record player, and B, the money to afford one, I couldn't tell you how many records I would have.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
but unfortunately slash fortunately for me, I have neither of those things. So it saves me a little money, but it also is a bummer.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, support your local artists. Go on Bandcamp.
And
Toss
local
them a few
venues.
bucks. Yeah. Oh my God, definitely local
Since
venues.
things are opening back up now, go to shows.
Go to shows.
Buy beer and tip your damn bartender.
Oh, definitely tip your bartender.
Like, especially in the States, like where you guys do
Yeah.
not make a livable wage at all.
Yeah.
Socialist Canada. Sorry, I didn't mean to get all up on my high horse, but like, yeah, tip your bartenders. They'll remember you, especially if it's a venue that you go to a lot. Like, trust me, they'll appreciate it and they'll remember your name.
And
probably, so.
hey, if sometimes you don't get perfect service, if that happens sometimes, try to be a little more understanding. You know.
Still tip.
Yeah, exactly. Still tip. And just be more understanding, you know. The pandemic just ended. A lot more people are going out and doing stuff. A lot of places are busy, you know. Just try and relax, you know, give everyone some time and still tip your server or your bartender all the time because that's how they live.
Literally, yeah.
Um
Anyway, that's enough of here's the Rubble sermon.
yeah, we'll get off our soapbox now.
Yeah, we'll stop preaching at you. But yeah.
But yeah, Big D and the Kids Table, amazing band.
Great band, yeah. What else? What, like you said, you've been listening to the same album that's off of it.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to all that much by them, other than like that one, and then like I Ain't Fucking Around is like another good song by them. But like, you would recommend that album, eh?
I'd recommend that album for just your first listen through of an album by them. That's the album. And this is another reason why I think Big D and the Kids Table is so good. And I said a similar thing about another band. I'll get into that after. I feel like Big D and the Kids Table is the perfect blend of 50% ska, 50% punk. I feel like they're like the perfect ska punk band because it's just 50-50, just even.
Totally.
They are ska, they are punk. They are both just 50-50. And another band similar to that is another band I won't shut up about. Can you guess?
We Are the Union.
We the Heathens, close.
Oh, right. Yes,
because
We the Heathens, yeah.
I feel like We the Heathens is the perfect blend, 50% folk, 50% punk. It's perfect. Like both of these bands have just nailed it. I think you do.
I did like it. But if I'm being 100% honest, it didn't really stick with me. I couldn't sing you one of their songs right now if either of us wanted me to.
Listen,
I don't
bro.
think either of us do.
You gotta read the lyrics as you listen. That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
And every song name, like, I don't know what it is. I feel like a lot of bands are pretty good at choosing the names of songs to like represent the song. But We the Heathens just nails it with every single song title. Like every single one. It's just the perfect title to make you know, okay, this is what this song's about.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember liking the album, so I definitely should check it out again. Because I was like, yeah, this is sick. But like I said, it didn't really stick with me. So, yeah, I'll have to give it another run through. I'm sure I will enjoy it. Like, I mean, I did the first time.
Right.
So, yeah. Plus,
amazing
folk punk is
record.
always good.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't like folk punk as much as you do, but I do.
No one
enjoy
does.
folk punk. I was gonna say, I think you might be the number one like folk punk fan.
Well, actually, I think there might be one person who's more of a folk punk fan than me.
Who's that?
And that is Luke, the folk punk archivist on Twitter. I feel like he probably knows more about folk punk than me.
I mean, with a name like Luke, the folk punk archivist, you would assume that he does.
Yeah. But, I bet it's pretty close. I don't want to give him too many credits. I don't know him. But
yeah.
I
He's
pride
probably a poser.
myself
That's
on...
what I think.
Oh, whoa, I didn't say that.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
All right, we're going to get him on the show so you and him can debate on who's a bigger poser.
Yeah. It's me. It's 100% me. I don't hide that. I'm always saying that.
Well, don't play all your cards right now, Steve.
Oh, man. Okay, I'll wait for him to come on, and then I'll expose myself as a poser.
Yep. There you go.
And then he'll be like, "Why did I come on this show?" and get really angry and leave early, and it'll be our only 10-minute podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think yes, that's what we want. I think that we want that to happen. Yes.
Hey Gage, what's your favorite Rancid song?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Damn.
Wow, that was a great answer. Thank
Didn't
you.
even have an answer.
Gage, have you even listened to Rancid? You poser.
He's never even heard of him.
Nah, I don't know who
Yeah.
that is. What's
This
the
is
Rancid?
this is like that thing where like when someone is obviously lying, they just try to accuse other people of lying. That's me right now. I'm like, oh, everyone else is posers, not me. I know Rancid. I love Rancid.
And what's funny is
Time
Gabe-
Bomb. That's my favorite Rancid song.
What'd you say?
Time Bomb.
Solid choice.
Oh, my uncle covered.
He just went to
Time Bomb.
Spotify and picked the first most popular song.
I bet
I went to their
Ruby's-
Spotify page because I couldn't remember a single song name of theirs.
I bet it wasn't number one, was it?
It was.
It was? Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised like Ruby.
You know how I know that is because I'm looking at it right now too.
You guys are sickos.
Ruby Soho is number 2.
It's a good song
Oh.
too.
What's funny though is Gage goes, "Yeah, I never heard of them." We do have a big "Out Come the Wolves" flag in our living room.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
it.
you've seen it, yeah.
Not in person, mind you, but
Oh wait, hold on.
I've seen pictures.
So I pretty much know Gage's music taste, just because we live together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Gage, what's your favorite Rise Against song?
Oh boy.
Ooh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, this will be good.
Because Rise Against is like your favorite band, right, Gage?
Yeah.
Or they were at one point.
When
right?
we were in junior high, me and Gage used to argue over Rise
Argue over
Against
and-
versus No Effects.
No
and
effects. I
that's
remember you
dumb,
talked about this on. I think this might have been the George episode. I don't know.
might
It was
have been.
on one. I remember.
and that was dumb because obviously Bad Religion is
Completely
the best
different
punk
bands.
band. Bad
Oh,
Religion's
yeah.
the best punk band.
Dude,
of all
Bad
time.
Religions just rip off Rise Against.
That's true. Hey, did you know Gage has this thing where anytime, because Rise Against covered 2 Black Flag songs off of Nervous Breakdown. I think they did
Okay.
Nervous Breakdown and
Fix Me.
Fix Me. Yeah. And anytime they come on, well, anytime the original Black Flag versions of the songs come on, Gage goes, oh, this is that band that covered Rise Against, huh? Just because he loves to torture me, because growing up,
Yeah.
I was that punk kid who everyone else
Yeah.
was a poser. I only listened to real punk.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that because I think we had started to become friends around that time.
Yeah.
Because I would be like, you're like, do you like punk? And I'd be like, I like this band, and this band. You're like, huh, you're all right, you're all right, but they're not like actually punk.
Yeah, I was a psycho,
And then-
bro.
No, it's fine. It was just funny because like that was how I learned how to deal with like punk
Me.
rock elitists and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's just like from RJ. Like so now I'm kind of that guy sometimes. Like my friends will be like, I love punk. My favorite band is Green Day, and I'm like,
Oh.
okay.
But
I'm like,
also,
okay.
like, there's kind of
All
an
right.
understanding amongst people who listen to punk that, like, if I get a new job and I'm, like, scouting the talent as far as
Mm-hmm. Yes,
who I'll be
exactly.
friends with,
Yeah.
if I see a Green Day shirt, it's like, all right, I'll settle on
Like, this
that.
guy's probably cool. Yeah, yeah,
This
that'll
guy's
do.
cool enough. I'll hang out
That's
with
like
him.
there's that one Hard Times article that's like punk fan settles for or what is it? It's punk settles for Pixies fan as
Yeah.
work music friend or something.
Yeah.
It's like I guess that's close
Bro,
enough.
every job I get, I'm like scouting the talent. I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
what can I work
yeah.
with here? What
Scouting
can I work
the
with? All right,
talent.
well, this one, hey, he likes the Offspring. That's pretty
That'll
like
do.
their
think
favorite
that was
song
the
is
only
"Why Won't You
band.
Get a Job." Damn.
Oh,
All right, never
yeah,
mind.
no,
Start
never
scouting
mind.
the
Yeah,
talent
move
again.
I think that was when I was listing like you're like you like punk? What bands do you like? I think Offspring was the only one that you're like yeah they count. That was the only one.
Yeah, Offspring
So I
is.
remember I was like I like Sum 41. I like My Chemical Romance, Green Day. I forget who else. I think I said like, man, and then yeah, I definitely said the Offspring. You're like, I said Fall Out Boy too, and you're like, the
Oh,
Offspring is the only
no.
actual punk band there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I was a
man.
pop punk kid. Sum 41, I still stand by as a good band. Plus, they're Canadian, so
Listen, I've got a playlist on Spotify called Pop Punk, and then in parentheses, I'm not a poser, I swear.
that rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that was like before I started, because I remember you were like, if you're gonna listen to pop punk, at least listen to good pop punk, and then you turned me on to the Descendants.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, yeah, no, this is better. You're right.
Damn, Steve, you're making me remember how much of a douche I was.
I mean, I'm actually grateful for it because that's what got me into like a lot of really good bands. I wouldn't have listened to Black Flag if you hadn't told me to.
That's crazy. That's crazy,
Well, I
bro.
mean, I would have eventually, but you were the person who turned me on to them.
Yeah.
Like
And
14
hey,
years old or whatever.
and I can't remember exactly, but I feel like this was the case. If I never got you into Days and Days, who knows? You and
Yeah,
George
maybe
might
I
not
would
have been friends.
Stellar
Or Stellar,
and
that
George
was.
and-
Yeah.
all of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
who
true because
knows?
that was one of the first bands that like we bonded over. It was like me, Stellar, and then this other guy, Alex, the front man, or front man, I guess. Or at least the main brain. Man, all the things that I'm saying, I guess, could be construed as insults to the other band members. But he is of the band Safe Stacks, which is a solid ska band,
Right.
a really good ska band. But yeah, he was also someone who was like, "Hey, Days and Days rock."
Yeah.
And yeah, now I'm still friends with him to this day. It's so
So-
hard with like ska bands and stuff like that to try and be like, yeah, this guy is the leader of the band because
Yeah.
like there's so many different people in the band
Yeah,
and
there's
everyone
18 members.
exactly right, and everyone also contributes, right? So I don't want to just single him out or anything.
Right.
But yeah, Alex is awesome. That's what I'm gonna end with. I'm gonna say he's great, and so is everyone else in that band. Let's see if I can remember everyone who's in it. Okay, let's go. No, I'm not gonna do that. We've been here all day.
So, because we don't have a guest, you and me each chose a song. I was not paying attention when you chose your song. I've got no idea what you chose.
Funny story. I've forgotten what it's called too. Just because it has a really goofy title. No, it's actually Stellar sent me this, just unprompted one morning.
Okay.
I remember it. I just opened my phone. It was like 8 a.m. or something, and I had a text from Stellar where he's like, "This song is awesome. Check it out." Also, check out the episode with Stellar if you haven't listened to that one yet.
I think that was my
5.
favorite episode with the GP boys.
Wow, all right.
I don't want to
Take that, George and Tristan.
listen. I love those guys, but I love bass.
Yeah,
I
fair
love
enough.
talking to
we did talk
bassists.
about bass stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, the song
he
is called
chose
the
Rancid.
Proto. Oh, he did choose Rancid.
He chose
also,
Rancid.
Yeah. But the song is called "The Prototype of the Ultimate Life Form" by Prince Daddy and the Hyena.
Okay.
Yeah, and I listened to it and I was like, "Wow, this is really cool." But then that was like a week ago or something like that. So I've listened to it like a couple times since. Like I've added it to my playlist, but it's really good. Oh, here we go. This is what he said to me. He's like, he sent it to me at 1:26 a.m. I just didn't see it until the morning, which makes a lot of sense actually. But he just said, "Sorry, it's so late, but you got to check this out. The second chorus just warms my soul. The whole album is gold." And that's another album that I've been meaning to check out. I listened to a couple songs off of it, but I haven't listened to the whole thing. But yeah, Gage, if you would cue that up for us, that would be cool.
Good rumors floating around. This talk of birds and clouds.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was at the end there, but
That was part of the song, allegedly.
allegedly, was that off of the Spotify?
I pulled it from YouTube.
Oh, that's probably why then. Yeah, that's probably from the music video. Although I will say, when I listened to it, it just automatically played like the song right after it on the album too. So the first like few times I listened to it, I didn't know where it actually ended. But yeah, actually, I really like that song. I was like, "Damn, dude, this rocks!" Like, thank you for sending this to me.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, right. I gotta check the rest of that out. I think, like, because
Yeah.
I really dig the guy's voice.
Yes.
And,
You said Stellar sent this?
Yeah, Stellar sent it to me.
Stellar, I don't know if you're listening, but every single song I've ever heard because of you was really good. I like that a lot. I was a big fan of that. I'm going to have to check out more of that.
Yeah, I thought it might be your vibe.
Yeah, I don't know if you sent that to our group chat, but send that to our group chat so I don't
will.
forget.
I definitely will. Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely really rad. I liked that a lot.
Yeah. Right. I gotta listen to more of that. I literally know nothing about this band. I wish I had done some research before we started. Because like I said, literally all I knew them from is just Stellar was like, "Hey, check this out," and I was like, "Okay, all right."
Don't
and if you
worry.
go on Spotify to look at their description of the band, it just says "We chillin'." You already know. So, there you go.
Yeah.
And if you look at Discovered on Spotify, the first playlist that comes up is male manipulator music. So, which is really funny. So, oh man, these are all bands that I like. Shit, these are literally all songs that I like. Oh, dude. That's upsetting. Oh no, Weezer. Never mind. We're good.
Oh god.
Okay.
Yeah, Weezer's definitely male manipulator music.
Totally,
Except
yeah.
the Blue
But I don't like
album.
them,
That's
at
the
least,
album I
so.
like.
Okay, yeah. Except
Anytime I talk
all
shit
of it
about
except
Weezer,
the one that I like.
every single time I talk about Weezer, you can ask Gage. I go, except for the Blue album, that was really good.
Damn it, dude! Am I a male manipulator? Literally, all of this is like songs that I love. That's messed up.
Well, I don't know. You manipulated me into not listening to music ever again. So
That's true, but that wasn't just manipulating. That was also abuse. So,
yeah, true. That was kind of just
Yeah,
violent threats.
yeah, violence. So that's bad in a different way. Okay, I'm not gaslighting you. You don't even know what that means.
Yep, that's true. I don't.
Yeah. Gaslighting?
I'm still unsure.
That just sounds like something your friends would tell you. Okay.
Well, that's
Oh, no, my
when
cat's trying to attack my
That's
mic.
when you're having a stump burn and you throw
Yeah.
gas on it, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Damn, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, solid
this
song.
is upsetting.
But
Right? Yeah. Totally.
But yeah, don't worry, bro. By next week, I'll probably know everything there is to know about this band and tell you all about it.
That's why I brought it, actually, is because I was like, all right, I don't want to do research on this band, but I want to know more about them.
Yeah.
So I will just send it to RJ, and he will give me more information than I ever wanted to hear about
Yeah,
them, just
Don't worry.
in my text.
Don't worry. I'll be messaging you at like 3 a.m. like, yo, I just found out that these guys all went to high school together.
Yeah.
Like, wow,
There you
yeah,
go.
that's not that crazy.
It's like, yeah, that makes sense. That's not. You didn't have anything more than that?
But
You had to message me at 3 a.m. to tell me that, RJ?
I did.
Is that important?
But we've been going for pretty long. Not to,
Yeah.
cut it right after we played
No.
the second song. But
We can wrap it up if you
yeah,
want. man.
yeah, we should probably wrap it up. Don't want to force anyone to listen to us talk for 2 hours. No one wants that.
That'd be terrible, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this was awesome. A little just
Yeah.
you and me flying solo, and with Gage, of course, as
We
always.
don't need a third mic.
True.
Never.
You hear that,
never.
Gage? We don't need you.
Yeah, get out of here.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
go.
Goodbye.
We don't
Wait,
want
stop,
you.
I'll
Steve.
stop
Get out of here, you
No.
animal.
But yeah, it's been awesome, Steve.
Yeah, likewise, man.
But yeah, like we said earlier in the show, we're planning on doing maybe like a Monday episode where we go over, our Discover Weeklies. We might end up, since right now we're doing the Rubble Radar every other week, maybe we'll just do on the off week, we'll do the Discover Weekly playlist.
That makes sense, yeah.
Or something like that. Or maybe we'll still do it we'll do the Discover Weekly every other week and just do it on Mondays still. Give people to listen to something early in the week.
Yeah. Either way, we'll figure it out. Just keep an eye out for that, or an ear, I guess, rather.
Yeah. And as always, no links for anyone to really especially promote, but Instagram and Twitter at Here's to Rubble. And if you want to come on the podcast, or if you want us to listen to your music, you can also email it at Gage. What's my email address?
Rob at here's to the rubble.com, I think.
Boom. Rob at here's to the rubble.com. Boom, boom.
But yeah, absolutely, like you said. If you want us to talk about your music, if you even just want us to listen to it, like even if you don't even want to be on the podcast.
Yeah, we will.
Send it to us.
Trust me, we will. Someone will listen to your music and tell everyone else about it.
Yeah, and make fun of you.
I don't know about that.
No, yeah, probably not that part. But
yeah, we've got mad people who will be actively looking at the emails and stuff. Trust me, if you make music and you send it to us, someone will listen to it. I promise.
We'll check it out at some point. Yeah,
and then they'll force everyone else in the group chat to also listen to it.
That's usually how it works with us. Yeah.
But yeah, anything you want to send us, Twitter at Here's to Rubble, Instagram at Here's to Rubble, email Rob at here's to the rubble.com.
Even if you just want to send us like
hate mail,
a beautiful drawing.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
any hate mail we would love to have.
There you go.
Mail.
If you want to send RJ death threats, I can give you his address.
Yeah, that's true. I can give you my address.
There you go.
Yeah, I live upstairs in the attic, but most of the time I sleep on the couch. That's where you'll find
they don't give
me.
him a bed.
That's where you'll find me and not Gage.
Wait.
Yeah.
But thank you for listening to Here's to the Rubble. We will see you next week for the normal Wednesday episode and for Rubble Radar.
All right, great. See you guys next week.
Take it easy.